lovelies, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is my Shop My Stash for the month of September. But before I get on into this video, I do want to say a special welcome to all of my newer subscribers. I see you guys and I appreciate each and every one of you, so thank you for subscribing. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So like I said, this is going to be my Shop My Stash for the month of September, which means I'm going to take you guys along with me as I pull each and every product from my stash, and then after that I'm going to try all the products on my face, kind of like doing a chatty get ready with me. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get on into this video. So starting off with the eyeshadow palette for this month is the Natasha Denona Peak Palette. Here is what she looks like. A very neutral palette, has like one shimmer shade, but I'm okay with that. These mattes are gorgeous, so I'm looking forward to this one this month. Alright, and then next I'm going to pick foundation. I don't really know what I want to use this month. Alright, so for foundation I'm going to pull this Milani one. This is the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I have it in the shade 00, which is light neutral. Then moving on to setting spray, I'm actually going to pull this one that I recently got in a BoxyCharm box. This is the Fenty one. This is called, I think it's like What It Do is what it's called. So I'm going to pull this one for this month. So now I'm going to move on to my drawers here and pick out the rest of the products. So starting off with this first drawer, I'm going to pick out lip products. So I'm going to pick a gloss first. You know, I haven't used this Lemonade one in a while. I think I'm going to pull this Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade one here. It's in the shade Peach Tea. Very nice gloss. Love this one. Then for lipsticks, I think I'm just going to pull some of these minis. So maybe this Bite Beauty mini here in the shade Ruby Bonbon. And then this other one in the shade Cocoa Bite. That's for lipsticks. I'll do it for that. And then over here, I think I'll pull this Colourpop one. I just got this one and it's in the shade Doozy. So that'll do it for lips. Alright, so for setting powder, I'm going to choose this Ciate London one here. This is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. Choosing that one. Then for brow products over here, I'm going to choose this Hourglass one. This is the Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil in the shade Warm Brown. So choosing that. Then for concealer here, so for concealer, I'm going to choose this Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer here in the shade Light Neutral. For mascara, I'm going to choose this Lily Lashes Mascara. It's called the Triple X Mascara. And then normally I would go down to bronzer and blush, but I'm going to skip that this month because I'm actually going to pull this Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Blush and Bronzer Duo here. This is in the shade Pink Me Up in Oh Honey. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to use this month. So I won't pick out a blush or bronzer this month. I do still need to pick out a highlighter though, so let me pick one out. I think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to choose this one. This is the Complex Culture Good Lighting Highlighter Duo here. This is what it looks like. I'm going to choose this one this month. Alright, so that's everything that I'm going to be picking out for this month. So let's go on and get on into the trying on part now. Alright, so now that I have all my products picked out, it's time to try them on my face. So I did go ahead and prime my face using this Avent Intensive Redensifying Glycolic Acid Day Moisturizer. I don't know. I got this in a BoxyCharm a while back and I decided to use it today because I needed a moisturizer. I don't typically use primer like in the traditional primer. I just use moisturizer because that just works best for my skin. So I did use this today, and so far from first impressions, I like how it made my skin feel, but it is super heavily scented. And I can still smell it. Like, it's a pretty strong smell, so I'm not sure how I like that. Like, normally scents don't usually bug me, but this one I feel is kind of strong. And I could tell that if I had a headache or something, this would probably make it way worse. So I'll have to be careful with that product. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with foundation using the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation here in the shade Light Natural. This is an oldie but a goodie in my opinion. I do like this foundation. Alright, so how is everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Can't believe we're already in the month of September. This year has flown by. At least for me personally, it seems like it's really flown by. But yeah, I think I'm ready for fall. The summer has been pretty warm. At least here in Oklahoma it has been. And it's been super humid, so I'm ready for a break in the heat. From the heat. But yeah, I've used this foundation many a times. This is like when I first got into makeup, this is one of the first foundations I ever really used a lot of. And I do really like this one. I think it's got pretty decent coverage. You know, it's not the fullest of coverage. Oh, by the way, I guess I should zoom you guys in. There we go. I zoomed you guys in. But anyways, this is not like the fullest coverage, but I feel like it's good enough coverage and doesn't make my face feel like really heavy. Alright, so that's on. So now I'm just going to go in with concealer, the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage Concealer here. Let me know down in the comments if that's repetitive, like if you guys are like, yeah, we already know what you picked, or do you forget and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot what you picked, can you tell me again? Let me know down in the comments, because if you guys don't want to hear me say the products when I do the try on part again, I won't do that because I don't want to bore you guys. But yeah, let me know some feedback in the comments, please. Let's see. Sometimes I do kind of like life updates in these try-on parts. The only thing I can really say, like life-wise, it's not really a life update, but just kind of like an update of what I've been up to and stuff. I just got my vanity. I posted a picture on my Instagram of it, and I'm so happy with it. Yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I ordered it because a lot of people are asking me where I got it from on my Instagram. We have a local, like, I don't know if it's like local or if it's just where I live or if these are kind of like everywhere. It's called Neil's Furnishing Store. I'm pretty sure it's a local furnishing store, but I went there. Actually, I looked at their stuff online because they have like a website. You can look at all the products that they carry, and they had a couple of vanities. There was one I really wanted. That's not the one that I got, but he said that he couldn't find it or they couldn't order it. Something that he couldn't get his hands on it. So I had to settle for a different one, but it was still pretty similar to the one I wanted. But anyways, I ordered through him and he got it, but he actually got it, or like the brand of it is Coaster, and they actually have an Instagram page. But I don't know if it's one of those things like where they carry furniture, but like a furniture store has to order through them. I don't know if like just anybody can order from them. So I don't know. I don't know the details on that. I just know the brand is Coaster. But I had to order through my local furniture store, so. But anyways, super happy with that. I've really just been enjoying it, and it's made me really happy. It was kind of pricey though. Like I think it was like $600 and something, but it's exactly what I was basically wanting, like the style wise, because I did not know that these, like, I guess they're called like Hollywood vanities, or you know, vanities like Impressions vanity, like that style. I didn't realize how hard it is to find vanities that look like that. Like people need to update their vanities, because all the ones that I was finding like on Amazon and stuff was like the really old school kind of like vanities, like vintage looking vanities, which if that's what you like, then that's fine, but that's not what I was wanting. So I had a hard time finding a vanity that I liked. So now I'm just going to go ahead and set my face because concealer's all on. Then I'm going to use this one here. Again, the Ciate London Vacay setting powder. I do kind of have to go in light-handed with this because I'm always worried about leaving like a white cast because this is like a white powder. So I'm going to go in super light-handed, just a light set. Because also I have typically drier skin, so I don't want to put a ton of powder on my face, just to keep myself from looking dry. This smells like coconuts, I forgot that. It does, which I don't mind. Anyway, so I just been really enjoying my vanity, was organizing it. Went and bought a chair for it, and now I have it in my closet because, by the way, I'm not bragging about anything. I'm just letting you guys know, and some of you may not know about my bedroom remodel. My husband, very blessed, he does a lot of this himself, so that's why we were able to afford stuff like this, because he does the majority of the work himself. Anyways, I have a pretty nice walk-in closet that I share with my husband, and I put my vanity in there, and it just makes it look more complete now. Alright, so that's all done, so now I'm just going to do my brows. Hourglass micro brow pencil here. Just going to talk while I do it, while I put my brows on. So what else? I'm sure everyone knows, but if you don't, Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty sale is going on right now. I was looking at that, and I was debating upon whether doing a video or not about it, but I figured that there are so many people doing videos that, you know, it wasn't really worth filming one. But let me know down in the comments if you would have liked to have seen me do like a guide on it or something, like just talking about each and every sale or what's going on each day. If you don't know what 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta is, it's basically Ulta does this every fall, at least they've been doing it around this time, where every day is a different product is on sale. And you get a little magazine, like you get magazines from Ulta. Usually these are like monthly. But anyways, they'll have the special section where they show, you know, what day, what the sale is, you know. Anyways, so it goes on for 21 days, so every day is a different thing. Anyways, I looked at it this time, and most of the time I won't go every day, of course, but I mean, like, there's sometimes they have some really good sales on some things that I've been wanting, so that's like around the time that I'll go and pick up that stuff, is on those days. Anyways, my point is, I didn't know if people would want to hear my opinion on the products, because I review stuff on my channel, of course, but I haven't tried every product out there, so majority of the stuff I'd be like, sounds good, you know, kind of like thing. I wouldn't be able to tell you like, oh, this product is a no, or this product's a yes. I would just tell you guys whether or not I thought it sounds like a good deal or not. But anyways, point is, I looked at it, and there's about 2 products that I want to get this time, and I'll share with you which ones those are. So, actually, by the time that you see this video, I will have already gone and gotten the first product, because it's this Wednesday. I'm filming on a Monday, and it's this Wednesday is when they're having the sale. But they're having a sale on the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes palette. I've been wanting this palette for a really long time. This is one palette that I've really been wanting from Too Faced. And that and the sweet, I think is it Sweet Peach or just the Peach palette? I really want those 2 palettes, because they're like the OGs, like everyone raves about them. So I've been wanting this palette for a while, but you know me, I'm such a cheapo. I was like, I don't want to pay full price for it, because it's like $49, so it's like $50-some for the palette, and I just always don't want to pay that much for palettes, unless it's like something that I know it's like really, really good. But I didn't want to pay that much for it, so I've held off for the longest time from getting it, and then lo and behold, it's in this Ulta sale. So, you know, originally it's like, okay, it's $48. But on the sale, it's going to be half off, so it's going to be $24. So I was like, heck yes, I'm getting that. My husband was probably looking at me weird, because I was looking at this magazine while I was, like, we were going to an appointment or something. Anyways, and I was just sitting here, I'm like, heck yes, I'm going to get this. And he's just looking at me like, what the heck are you talking about? I'm like, it's this palette that I've been wanting for forever. Anyways, he was just like, okay. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm excited. Alright, so next up, going in with the Jaclyn Hill blush and bronzer duo. I really wanted to use this month because I think actually some of these are going to go on sale online, the Ulta website. I don't think it's in store because my local Ulta doesn't have Jaclyn Hill products, but some do. Anyways, so I wanted to really test this out to see if I needed to pick up a shade because it looks really light, like in person and on camera. And that was my bad because I was trying, like when I ordered this, I couldn't tell really because I hate doing online shopping with makeup. I like to see it in person because it's hard to tell if this is the right shade, you know. Does it look, is it the picture accurate or is it darker or lighter? So I took a chance and I went with this shade and I think it's too light. I don't know. I feel like it's a little warm kind of toned. I prefer my bronzers to be more like cool toned. I don't know. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. I don't know. I may not pick up another one. Anyways, so that's the first product. I really want the Too Faced palette. And then the second product that I saw on the sale that I think I'm going to grab is on September the 17th, which is kind of towards the end of the sale. They have one of Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes on sale. It's the Norvina one. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up that one because I've been wanting to try that one too. And again, it's on sale, so her palette's like $45 and it's going to be on sale for $22.50. So I thought, yes, this is a good time to try that palette out because like I said, I don't know, I've heard mixed reviews. A lot of people like the palette and some people don't. So I was like always more hesitant. So I was like, I don't want to pay full price if it's not going to be a palette I like, because then if I don't like it, I don't feel bad for, you know, passing it on to somebody because I didn't pay full price for it. Alright, so bronzer's on. It's not bad, okay? I think I can get it to work. Like, it's just super light, so it's like a hint of bronze. Like, I look like I have a hint of bronzer on, which is not bad. I don't know, I hope it doesn't look bad on camera. It doesn't look bad in person, so I don't think I need to pick up another shade. Alright, so that's on. So, now for blush. My dogs are barking at something outside. Ooh, I do really like this blush shade, though. Oh, I did see that Too Faced is releasing a new palette. I probably won't. I don't know. They always come out with these limited palettes. I'm pretty sure it's limited edition, and I always don't know if I want to buy them or not. It's the pumpkin, what is it called? No, it's not the pumpkin spice one. That was last year, I think. So it's the cinnamon swirl one. And it looks like, I will say, it doesn't look like anything special. You know, it looks kind of like the pumpkin spice latte one or whatever it was called. I don't even remember what it was called. So I will say it does look similar to the pumpkin one. But I didn't buy the pumpkin one, so maybe it's supposed to be for more of like for people that missed out on the pumpkin one, because it does kind of look similar. Not exact, but you know, similar. It's $49, so my cheap ass is like, do I really need it? Maybe I'll get lucky and like find it like at TJ Maxx or something, but probably not, because those are usually pretty popular, but I don't know. Alright, so going in with the Complex Culture highlighter here. If you hear background noise, as always, my dog's in my room with me and he snores quite a bit. And I always like have to tell him to stop snoring, and then he just looks at me like, I wasn't snoring. I'm like, yeah, you are. I did go ahead and, of course, Colourpop comes out with, I will say, Colourpop launches so much that sometimes I have trouble keeping up with it. I'm pretty, like, kind of picky, like, when it comes to picking up some of their launches, because some of them do look super similar. There's one palette that I want that's called, like, Dusk to something. Dusk to Dawn, Dusk something. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I've seen it at Ulta, because thankfully, my local Ulta has a Colourpop section now. Like, they didn't used to, but now they do. They have, like, a Colourpop section, like, in the drugstore area. And so I'll go, and sometimes they'll put newer palettes there, and I did see this one called Dusk. I don't remember the full name of it, but it's called Dusk something. Anyways, I've been looking at it because, like, the packaging is gorgeous. Like, the packaging is what makes you really want the palette. And the color story is pretty, but the color story is just, like, one that I'm just like, would I really use that? I could definitely come out and create some looks with it, but if I pulled it out in one of my Shop My Stashes, would I be able to use it for a full month and not be like, ugh, you know, kind of? Would I be able to come up with daily, like, everyday looks with it? Anyways, so highlighter's on. Super pretty highlighter, not super blinding, but one that you could definitely build up to an extent, I feel. I do really like Complex Cultures products. Anyways, so that's on. So, what was I saying about Colourpop? Oh, so I did go ahead and pick up some of the products from their recent launch. Was the Tinkerbell one. I debated. Like, the palette's nothing, like, spectacular, but it's the packaging that's really sold me, because when I was a kid, I was a really big fan of Peter Pan and Tinkerbell and all that. I like the Tinkerbell movies. A lot of people like them. Like, when they think of Tinkerbell, they think of Peter Pan, which I do, but at the same time, I think of the Tinkerbell movies. I don't know if they weren't very popular, but I really like the Tinkerbell movies when they came out. So that's the Tinkerbell I think of. Like, she's nice in the movies. Like, she's kind of got her sassiness a little bit, but not like in Peter Pan, like, where she's trying to get Wendy killed. No. Those two Tinkerbells are completely different. But anyways, so I really like Tinkerbell movies. I loved them as a kid, so when I saw the packaging and stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to get this one, because that's just kind of like part of my childhood. Tinkerbell was part of my childhood. Alright, so going in with the palette now. Peak palette. I believe this was, I think this is a BoxyCharm exclusive. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was. So, I don't know if you can get this palette, unfortunately. But if you have BoxyCharm, you probably got this. So, let me... Yes. Alright, so I'm going to go in with this pink shade right here first. Just use that as my transition shade. It's a small palette, so I'm limited on what I can pick, so I don't really feel the need to share what shades I'm using, because I'll just point and say this one. This shade is actually a lot darker than I thought it was going to be in pan. Maybe it's about the same. I don't know, I was thinking of a light pink. It's maybe a little dark for transition shade, but it's fine, it'll work. Anyway, so if you want to see a review on the Tinkerbell products, let me know down in the comments. I picked up the palette. I picked up the lip products. I just bought the bundle of them. It was just a duo. And then I picked up a blush and a highlighter, which I'm a little worried that the highlighter may be a little too dark for me. Because again, going on online photos, and they didn't really do like swatches, I don't think. I don't think they showed swatches, which I was a little disappointed, because I wanted to see swatches of everything. Alright, so that shade's on. I like this palette. I don't know, I've never bought the big Natasha Denona palettes, or I don't have any of them, so some people say that these minis or smaller palettes are not as good as those, but to me they work just fine. I'm not super picky. As long as it blends and is pigmented, that's all that I care about. And no patchiness. I think patchiness is the main thing. As long as it's not patchy, I don't care. Even if I have to work a little harder to blend it. But as long as it's pigmented and not patchy. And blends. Alright, now I'm going in with this darker shade here, just to deepen up the creases. I'm not going to do anything too fancy. So, my husband and I enjoy watching Netflix shows and things. Sometimes I have my own shows that I watch and he has his. And I don't know, we kind of do that thing where we're like, I'm not really interested in watching that. So they'll start watching it, and then pretty soon, either him and I are kind of like glancing over at each other's shows, and we're just like keeping up with it a little bit. Like, he's watching this show called, I think it's called Badlands or something like that. It's on Netflix, and He likes shows like that. And I was like not really interested, because if I don't really like the main characters or anything, then I don't care to watch it. Because I'm like, if I don't like the main character, I can't stand to watch the show. So now I'm gonna go into the shimmer shade and just pop this on. So anyways, he's been watching this show, and from what I've seen, basically it's like not like I guess the world had a war with each other, and they basically like destroyed everything, and now the people left are just kind of like, I don't know, like there's they've like divided the land, and they all have the person, like there's a king, not really a king, they call barons of like each realm or whatever. They're in charge, and they have workers. It's basically like gone back to like where people were like rulers, and you know, the people they ruled over are like their slave kind of like things, they work from it. It's not great, okay? It's called Badlands for a reason. It's not great. It's terrible. But anyways, so it's just about that, and characters rising up and starting rebellions and trying to fight that, and I don't know. It's a lot to it. I really haven't kept up with that much, like storyline-wise. I just catch clips here and there whenever he's watching it, and I'm just like, maybe I'll watch a little bit. But anyways, the thing I can't stand about it is it's like so cheesy. I can't, like, I don't mind a little bit of cheese, but when it's like super cheesy, like fight scenes cheesy, I have a hard time taking it serious, and it's kind of one of those shows. So like, everyone, like, there's not really guns or anything in the show. Like, I don't know why they don't have guns, but so everyone has like swords and like hatchets and all that, and that's how they fight. They're like martial arts, kind of like you have to be a good fighter to survive in the world. So everyone does like sick fighting moves, kind of like thing, and you know, only the strongest are like surviving, basically, because they don't get killed. But the fight scenes are just so cheesy, like flying through the air, kind of like not like flying, but you know, like they jump and they do like a sick flip in the air, kind of like things that's just like very unrealistic. But he enjoys the show, and I just sit there and laugh because I'm like, that's so dumb. It's so cheesy. But he enjoys the show, so I try to keep my comments to myself, because I'm just like, that guy just ran up a wall and did a backflip. No, that's not possible. Alright, so now I'm just going to finish up the rest of my eyes off camera real quick. I'm just going to finish up my bottom lash line, buff that all out, put some eyeliner on, and then I'll be back to try out the rest of the products. Alright, so my eyes are basically done. Now I just need to put on mascara, and I'm going in with the Lily Lashes Triple X. Yeah, Triple X mascara. I was like, Axe. I was like, that doesn't sound right. From what I remember, this mascara is good. It's not like anything spectacular, but it's not bad. I don't know. I'm really not picky when it comes to lashes. Like, I don't like wearing false lashes, so if I can find a mascara to give me a bit of volume, that's great, but like I don't need a ton of volume. I just need a mascara to give my lashes a little bit of thickness, or a little bit of volume and a little bit of length, and I'm pretty happy with it. Oof, I just about poked my eye. Oof. There it is on. I think I'm going to add another coat to the top. I don't really like my bottom lashes to be very volumized. Alright, so now for lip products. I really don't know what I want to... I have these. That one might be pretty. Or that one. That one might be a little too... I might do this one. I think this one might be, I don't know, a little too... I don't think I want that one. So I'm going to go in with the Bite Beauty Ruby Bonbon. Actually, do I want to go in with this one? I don't know. I'll go in with it and we'll see. I may take it off. my dog snoring. I swear, he waits till I'm filming to like come in here and just snore. This looks a little more like purpley than I thought it was gonna be. Alright, and last but not least is setting spray. And going in with the Fenty What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray. I've tried this one before and it has a super fine mist. It's almost too fine because I almost don't feel anything. Like, I feel like I'm using way more than I normally would because it's so fine. I feel like I need to put twice as much on than I would with a normal spray. Alright, so here is the completed look. Not too shabby. Definitely something I could see myself wearing every day. So I'm pretty happy with everything for this month. I say that every month because I am not hard to please when it comes to makeup. And also, I try to only hold on to products that I really like. So if it's in my collection, it's a product that I like. Alright, so yeah. I don't really think I need to go through over anything. The only thing maybe is I wasn't for sure about this Jaclyn Hill blush and bronzer duo. I think I actually like it and I think it works pretty well for me. The bronzer is it's like a smidge too light, but I think I can build it up and it looks kind of more natural, so I think I'm okay with it. As long as it doesn't like look orangey or yellowy. I realize now that there's like a little pimple there that I did not cover very well. So just ignore that. I can kind of see it popping through. We're going with a more natural look today, folks, okay? Happy with the palette. I could see if you're someone that doesn't like these shades, I think this palette would probably get boring for you after a while because it is so small and you're limited. But, I don't know. I'm boring, so I like the same look over and over again. So I think I would definitely probably not use this forever every day, but for a whole month, I think I'll be fine with this. I do really like this highlighter. It is super, very pretty. I don't hear many people talk about Complex Culture. I think their products are really good. They are a little more on the pricier side. Not like super expensive, but you know, like in the middle. Like they're not cheap, but they're not super expensive. They're just kind of like, I think it's a decent price. I think it was like, don't quote me on this. I think it was around 30, but it might have been 25. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good product. So yeah, pretty happy with everything. Excited to use this for the full month. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because that really does help out my channel. And also, let me know down in the comments, of course, what you guys thought of my picks for this month. And also let me know if you have any video suggestions. I am always open to suggestions on what types of videos that you guys want to see. I mean, I'm just mostly, when I post stuff, I post things that I like watching and things, or I hope that you guys find interesting, but I'm always open to video ideas, suggestions, all that type of stuff. So yeah, just let me know down in the comments. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!